perfectly fair.
Okay, so you guys wanted me to make video. I'm Chris, also known as Feist. By default, I am a furry. Why? Because I do fursuit, mostly things like protests and animal cruelty awareness. And I do anthropomorphic art. I have a gallery, they're both pretty much the same gallery, on Fur Affinity and Deviant Art. I'm a traditional artist, though I would like to move to digital for quick things and people who can't afford to have their stuff mailed out or can't afford to pay for the cost of my materials. I'm 25 years old. I'm a very down-to-earth Therian. I think physical shifting is bullshit. I can't do it. I've never seen anybody else do it, and until I see it in a brightly lit room and I'm not under the influence of drugs or alcohol, I don't believe it exists. Though, you know, shit happens. I live in a very, very large house with a bunch of animals. We have 8 dogs, 2 horses that are kept down the street, a rabbit, a turtle, a gecko, some fish, 2 cats, and a snake. And I think that's all, unless something snuck into the house that I don't know about. Let's see. I just started making fursuits, and Beetle Cat was really cool and said for my, she gave me comments on my first fursuit, said it was pretty fucking cool for someone who's just jumped into it and started with lack of materials and things. Like, I have to order out for things like paw pads and, ADD moment, I got bit by a cat. I work at the Humane Society. But yeah, I have to order out for paw pads. I don't have an airbrush machine yet. I just got a sewing machine, so now I can start doing full suits. Someone asked, do I have a mate? Yes. Yes, I do. She's not a furry. She is not a Therian. But she's cool with everything. She's also 25. I met her 6 years ago, and I just got back in touch with her a couple months ago, and we will be married in Virginia Beach in June, on the 18th. She's not home right now because she works 55 hours a week. I'm a full-time student. I'm a vet tech student. Let's see, what else? And yes, I'm a girl. Boobs. I just have really short hair because I donated all my hair. I'm refreshing my Facebook to see if anybody else is asking a question. When did I get involved in the furry fandom? A few years ago, though last year I found out that one of my coworkers, not at the Humane Society, at my other job, was a furry, and he introduced me to other furries who I pissed off royally, and they trolled me in real life and not the computer, and it was just a big fucking mess, and I honestly don't get along with most of the local furries, but whatever. It's really hard to talk about myself because I don't really care about myself. Let me bring some of these up. What is your persona? I don't have a persona. As a Therian, my persona is myself. I am a false red wolf. There are 2 kinds of red wolves. There are true red wolves, and there are false red wolves. Then you can only tell them apart if you are an expert or by genetic testing. Generally, they're gray wolf coyote crosses. I don't really have a backstory. It's just me. I used to get made fun of in kindergarten for wanting to be an animal and not a person, and it still happens. How do I feel to be hated by trolls? Really don't give a fuck. Could probably kick your ass in real life. If anything, I could sit on you and you'd be done, because I'm not thin. I am guilty by association because I am acquainted with the fandom. Do I care? Not really. Do I like to be stereotyped? Not so much. I have a life. I don't live in my parents' basement. I bust my ass for what I do, and I actually leave my house a lot. If I'm not at work, I'm either at school or at the barn working with my horses or other people's horses, or doing things like protesting the conditions at shitty pounds. Eventually befriending these pounds and helping them reform so it's a better place for the animals. I was just in Columbus in fursuit lobbying with senators and representatives for Nitro's law. In Ohio, it's House Bill 108, and it's to make animal cruelty a felony 5 instead of just a shitty misdemeanor, because in Ohio you can break your dog's skull into pieces and get away with a slap on the wrist. But that's another thing. I won't be doing any fursuiting in this video because this room isn't clean enough for it, and the lighting really sucks in the rest of my house. What sort of, well, I'll answer some fursuiting questions. What sort of materials do I use? I only get my fur from I'm Stuffed. It is very rare that I get my fur from other sources. It is expensive. It averages about $30 a yard, but their fur is amazing. It doesn't shed that much. It's just great to work with, and it's good quality material. I'd go as far as to say that it's taxidermy quality. You can get different piles of fur. A pile is how long it is. Generally, I like to work with longer furs and shave them down as needed, but there's certain colors that don't come in a longer fur, but I like the material enough I can work with it and make it work. Let's see. My style, I can range, I can make a toonie suit. The Rottweiler that was in my picture on Facebook is more of a toonie quality, but my first fursuit was a really shitty rendition of my wear self, but it was more realistic with a few toonie qualities like the nose. I don't have my glasses. Yes, I do moving jaws. No, I don't do suit fans as of yet. I don't really have the money or the time to install those, but moving jaws are a cinch. I have a few different kinds that range in price. There's some that are just sensitive enough to bounce around a little bit, and there's some that'll just nom 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 nom. They'll pick up just about everything that comes out of your mouth. For those who are less artistically inclined to keep from giving up. I am not bragging, but I was gifted with being able to draw and apparently being able to put together a fursuit. But if you're not that good, get tips from other people. I'm not going to give away trade secrets on how I do my jaws, but I can demonstrate or give advice on how to make a jaw move better. Even Beast Cub suggested, like, you know, you have a jaw and it's barely moving, add some padding in the chin and it'll flop a bit more. I really wish I had my glasses. I don't really know what else to say. I guess I'm going to upload this beast. But I'm Chris, and this is me. If you don't like my videos, don't watch them. Don't really care. And if you're going to troll me and make fun of me, do something other than my weight. I know I'm not skinny, nor do I really care. Yep, I'm a dyke. Doesn't really offend me if you make fun of me for being a lesbian and tell me I'm going to hell because I'm pagan and I don't believe in hell. Sorry. What else? Yep, no, I'm not a looker. Don't care if you call me ugly either. But anybody who's interested in any of these other videos, next video, I'll work on some hand paws. They're personal paws for my suit, so they're going to be a little more difficult to make than some, but you'll get the basic idea. Basically, all you have to do is trace your hand. Leave some space around it, you know. If you're tracing your hand, don't go like this, and you won't have enough room for seams. But yeah, I'll show you on paper next time. Pretty much just go out like that, so you have that extra room. The paws I'm going to make are werewolf paws that look like regular paws and my hands set down like that. That's a different story. Okay, this is Feist, over and out. Hope you enjoyed my really shitty video, and look for another one within the next week. Talk to you guys later.